come from a lower middle class family that could barely afford to send me to a private school. However, that does not mean that they did not send me to a private school. My mother and my father both did their schooling from a government school. मेरी mom के school में 6th standard पर उनको English सिखाया गया था. उससे पहले English वगैरह का concept नहीं था वहाँ पे. मेरे father ने 10th तक schooling करी है properly and then he did an open school. एक इंसान की दिक्कत थी फाइनेंशियल, दूसरे इंसान की दिक्कत थी family responsibility. The reason I'm telling you this is that the limitations that they face with regards to their education system, with regards to the kind of life they had, actually just pushed, their desire and their will and their zid to send me to a good school, to provide me the kind of education and schooling that they could not get. And honestly, that one decision, that's the reason why I'm able to live my dream life right now, and I will forever be grateful for it. मैंने ना ये बहुत सुना है, बहुत सारे speeches में. I was watching a lot of TEDx talks as well. that हमारा school का जो system है, हमारा schooling system है, that's flawed. उसमें बहुत गड़बड़ है, बहुत बेकार system है, and हमें बस passion को follow करना चाहिए और success हमारे पीछे आएगा. Because I have the beautiful opportunity of being on a huge stage such as this, I want to make sure, and I feel like it's my responsibility to let you guys know that जितनी important आपकी ज़िंदगी में आपका passion होगा, उतनी ही important आपकी education भी है. Because of the school I went to, because of the experiences I had, I learned a lot of things. The education system gave me the tools to build a life that I could dream of and that I was dreaming of. It made me confident. It made me meet all sorts of people, which in turn basically honed my communication skills. And that's something that I take a lot of pride in. It boosted my confidence as well. It was just like a doorway to what was coming for the rest of my life. And that's on the education system. The education system, I will repeat, has helped me with the tools to build my dream life. Now that's just one half of it. The other half of it are my parents. They are the heroes of my story. Whatever lack of resources they had, they never got bitter because of it. They only got nicer, more empathetic, and they took all of the lack of it to only give me the most that they could, and happily. Whatever is it that we lacked in resources, monetarily, I had an abundance of love and happiness and peace coming from a family, and that is what truly helped me become the person I am today, and it also helped me become a person on my own. I was my own person. I wasn't guided by what my mother's idea of me was or what my father's idea of me was. They let me be. They let me be my own person. So after school was over, I studied from Delhi University. I studied English literature. And a year into it, I started my blog. Okay. And at that time, मेरे को कोई idea नहीं था कि fashion में designing के अलावा कुछ हो सकता है. मुझे इक्के आई और मैं start किया अपना fashion blog. And over the course of that year, I happened to learn a lot of things. There was a whole world of opportunities that was open for me, to me, and I was excited. Like the day I wrote my first blog post, it just felt right. So, starting a fashion blog wasn't easy at all. It required a lot of technical skills, it required money, and it required hours and hours of research. None of which I already had, but I did have that urge to build something of my own. So I wrote my blogs with a lot of passion and with a lot of love, and they were all very, very personal to me. So I've been teaching kids from when I was in 12th grade. I'd been teaching kids for a long time, so I had a little bit of money left, and I was doing internships left, right, and center, and that's how I funded my blog. So the little salary, whatever is it that I had earned over the years, that gave me the confidence to build something of my own. Not just the confidence though, it also, gave me the relief of knowing that I am a capable individual who can earn her own money. And the thrill of being financially independent was something that was unparalleled, something that I had not experienced fully. So, काफी मजा आ रहा था मुझे ब्लॉगिंग करने में, and लाइफ चल रही थी, सब कुछ था, and then suddenly pressure भी build होने लगा, because now I'm looking at YouTubers, I'm looking at creators all over the world, And I am feeling that pressure because unfortunately our industry gives a lot of what can I say? Gives a lot of favor to people with numbers and fame, which is a fair part of it, right? So YouTube was my biggest teacher in that sense. And the more I looked at it, the more I thought, you know what? Actually, ना vlogging है जो मैं कर सकती हूँ. This feels right. This also feels right with the blog. I didn't have anything in the background. मेरे को skills नहीं था, पता नहीं था ज़्यादा. But I felt that communication is very important. The same thing that I learned in school from the education system that we so happen to dislike. I learned that, and that was my USP. So I knew that, you know what? Sounds good. I think I can do it. Cut to a year later, an opportunity presented itself. It was a huge company, super popular, and they were holding auditions for video talents, and I was like, ye to karna hai. I missed the first round of auditions because I was very busy focusing on my blog, my little non-existent blog. But I chased them for a year, and I just one day got tired, uploaded a hair tutorial on my social media platform, and I just said, so a friend of mine was working at the company. She tagged our video lead. She saw me, called me for a screen test, and I was in. That was the most exciting day of my life. I got to talk to them about getting a salary, like a proper salary. Tuition wala paisa nahi, proper salary, and that was crazy. Imagine being able to talk about your first salary and knowing that, you know what, this is where I start, this is where I'm working from. So that all happened, and what I didn't realize was that I was stepping into some of the most exhausting and tiring and pressurizing times of my life. Because opportunities तो आ रही थी, but a pressure भी बढ़ रहा था. Because not only was I a blogger, I was also a vlogger. I was on YouTube, and YouTube पे इतने सारे beautiful, amazing creators हैं, and they're famous. So I also wanted to be famous, and I was just just racking up all the pressure on myself. So I pushed through, did the job for 2 years, and I was working really long hours. Matlab, I started the job when I was in my second year of college. I had just turned 19. So I used to go to college, सुबह early morning, मस्त पापा के साथ बाइक पे जाती थी, सुबह ऑटो पकड़ती थी, कॉलेज जाती थी. Then lunch के time पे I would go for work, which would also end up in a 15-16 hour shift sometimes because we were shooting lots and lots of videos, okay? And then whatever little hour I had left in the day or the weekends, I was just doing my admin work, I was writing my blog posts, I was doing my shoots. And this was the way of life that I had chosen for 2 years straight away. वो 2 साल के बाद मेरे शरीर को पता चलने लगा कि ये सही नहीं है. इतना हासिल करके अल्टीमेटली बर्नआउट होएगा जो हुआ. 2 साल के बाद हुआ, but बहुत गंदा हुआ. And that's when I was like, you know what? अब जो मैं कर रही हूँ ना यहाँ पे जो वो भी मुझे satisfy नहीं कर रही. मुझे लग नहीं रहा कि मैं grow कर रही हूँ. I want to grow. I want to be able to also contribute something. But I thought I'd contributed all I could, and I think I was right in thinking that. So around the same time that I was making my mind about quitting the job, I purchased हमारी family की पहली गाड़ी जो मैं अभी चला के आई हूँ. And we also shifted from a very small tiny house that we were living in to a rental, which I'm still living in right now. But it was a significant upgrade in our lives, and it was a beautiful upgrade. But that's when I was like, you know what, नौकरी छोड़ते हैं, चलो quit करते हैं. And I didn't kind of, I underestimated the kind of pressure that would put on me while I'm starting out like that. So it took a lot of convincing my parents to finally, you know, let them know कि अब नौकरी छोड़ रही हूँ, that stability is going to go. But it also, on the side, I was building a safety net that would sustain me for a few months. And I was ready to take the leap. So I quit my job. The only difference was that I wasn't starting from scratch. I had experience, I had the technical abilities, and I still had that itch to build something of my own. With that, however, I thought अगर आपने भी सोचा होगा कि प्रेशर खत्म हो गया, नहीं. तो अब मेरे पास EMI है, अब मेरे पास रेंट है, अब मेरे को एक इंडिविजुअल क्रिएटर बनना है, यूट्यूबर बनना है, और अब मेरे पास ये एडेड फाइनेंशियल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज भी हैं, और अभी तो थोड़ी सी फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी आई थी. आई डिड नॉट फॉर अ सेकेंड थिंक कि इस काम के साथ अपने आप का कुछ बनाने के साथ कितना प्रेशर आने वाला है. And what happened under that pressure is that I started comparing myself to every famous YouTuber out there. everyone who I thought was succeeding in life, and that gave me some enormous amount of anxiety. I was getting panic attacks back and forth, and that's something that you don't see on social media, right? And I didn't know what I was experiencing right in the beginning. So it was very new for me. It was very scary for me because I had always been a confident kid growing up, and I just couldn't understand that I was anxious. मेरे को confidence नहीं आ रहा. मुझे panic attacks आ रहे. किस चीज़ के लिए? वीडियो बनाने के लिए. But then I started, really sitting down with myself, having those chats. What is causing this? Why am I so anxious? What is with getting panic attacks? And that's when I got introduced to therapy, and it changed my life. I know बहुत लोगों से आपने सुना होगा मैंने therapy ली, मेरी life बदल गई, but it's true. Therapy gave me the tools to deal with the issues that I was having on my own. It also made me sit down with my fear and my insecurities, look them right in the face, and deal with them, but at my own pace. My therapist wasn't telling me to get my shit together right away. She was giving me time, she was giving me space, and what she was really doing was she was just talking to me. But as I just said, from a very objective point of view, right? So that didn't feel very personal to me. That didn't feel like she was trying to attack me. It felt like, you know what? I'm talking to a mirror. I'm talking and I'm actually listening to what's being said. And therapy just made me a lot more honest. It made me a happier, calmer person, and finally, I was getting my life together. Okay, so अब job हो गया था, अभी थोड़ा mental health भी ठीक था, financial stability हो रही है, and career thrive कर रहे. उससे पहले career thrive कर रहा था, mental health degrade कर रही थी. अभी mental health थोड़ी सही हुई है. Then the pandemic hit, and we know how it's been for the rest of us. But surprisingly, something beautiful happened during the pandemic. I, along with thousands of creators around the globe, we came together, banded together, and we were able to use our platform to get people to hospitals, to find blood donors, to find doctors, to raise funds for not just one, but millions of people around the globe. And that, I thought, was beautiful. That's what changed my perspective on social media. So, what I want to tell you with this roller coaster of an experience that I've had, because I'm still on the journey, I'm still learning. कल को क्या पता mood बदल के कुछ और कर लूँगी. But what I wanted to tell you was that all of these experiences have taught me the importance of balance in life. Therapy was the calm in the commotion that was my life, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. It taught me balance. It taught me the importance of being financially independent. It taught me the importance of taking care of my physical body as well, because there's only so much that you can take, and no, you can't put one pressure to the other side and then back and forth. You can't do that. So, I'm still on my journey. It still has its peaks and valleys, but one thing that I want to leave you guys with, and one thing that I take immense pride in, is that tomorrow, if all of this was lost to me, and tomorrow, if what I created my career on didn't exist, I still have the confidence to be able to build up from scratch because of all the experiences I've had, because of the love that my parents have given me, because of my lovely therapist, and it's been very, very pleasant so far. I hope that you guys were able to pick something up from my story, from this little journey that I shared, and I hope that you're able to apply this in your life wherever it fits. And I can't leave the stage without honoring the memory of my Nanu. He passed away a month ago. It's still difficult to say that out loud. But this is your Nanu. I love you, and I hope this makes a difference in your life. Thank you.